men need wives, they need girlfriends, because I can instantly tell when a man doesn't have a girl or he's not getting sex in his everyday life, because they be looking miserable.
You know we live complete lives without women, right? Describe. Let's talk about it.
And the reason why I said that men need wives, they need girlfriends, because I can instantly tell when a man doesn't have a girl or he's not getting sex in his everyday life, because they be looking miserable. Absolutely the fuck miserable. A man without a girlfriend, without a wife, is a dangerous man. You can see it all in their face, their eyes. They're mean as fuck. You know, they be doing like they can get real dangerous. So when I see men that have wives, they have a more relaxed life. They look relaxed in their body language and their face. But these men without girlfriends, they be mean as fuck and scary.
I mean, it's highly reductive, but in the beginning, we should say the obvious, and we've said it several times on this channel. Men in healthy relationships and with healthy marriages, they live longer. So do women, who they also report higher levels of happiness. Men and women, you have higher levels of net worth. Men and women together, it's collaborative effort. When you're in a healthy relationship, a healthy dynamic, that's what you get. That is one of the prizes of being together that we don't get to talk about enough. However, it's not the end-all be-all. It's not as if it's apples to oranges. If you are by yourself as a woman and you have enough money and your health is intact, you have friends, live a robust life, you still get the same life expenses. You can still be happy. Same thing for men. Especially as men become more aware of their mental health issues and their emotional needs, they also can live full lives. We make it seem as if, you cannot live without the other. Specifically, they say men can't do ish without women, and that is just categorically false. We understand that, and unfortunately as men, we get that. We go through periods of life where we have no female attention. Whatever reason, we're in a drought, we're in a desert, we're walking through it, and we just have to say, you just put one foot in front of the other, and then you find out that life is actually pretty okay, pretty grand, pretty amazing, because of your effort that you put into it. Wasn't because there was a woman around to tell you, hey, you should make that doctor's appointment. Hey, you should really let your feelings out. No, a lot of women here are living in a fantasy of self-importance, that if not for me, if not for a woman in your life, you are going to have an absolutely miserable existence. And we just know that's not true. And until that message becomes clear, becomes normalized, you're going to see more and more women saying, well, if I can't think of a reason why I should be in your life, I just say you're going to be miserable without us. Now we can look in sort of the darker sort of news, darker sort of areas where you see married men doing the unspeakable to their wives. I thought he was supposed to just be happy because she's there. No, a lot of these messages presuppose that you have healthy individuals together. Social media lets us compare lives or compare things that don't really or shouldn't really be compared properly. If this was a clean equation, you would say these things are unbalanced, these things don't match. Algebra is not going to ask you, hey, let X equal something that is misshapen, or no, it has to make sense for the equation. What do I mean by this? It's very simple. You look at the best case scenario for a thing, for marriages, for being with a woman, and you say, you compare it to the very worst. You compare it to the absolute dregs of it, and you say, look, look, no wonder he would be beneficial if he had a woman in his life, or he could be more miserable. Social media at the same time shows you in these glimpses into people's lives, and you see, yo, this is disturbing. Even if it's a sliver, even if it's a snippet, you can see some people doing absolutely terrible things. And by some people, I mean specifically, you get to see women. You get to see women abusing men. You get to see women striking men. Get to see women striking men with their children in the vicinity, throwing chairs at them, hitting them with closed fists, back and forth. You get to see women at their worst. And you get to think that somehow this is better. Some existences they're actually going to be better single. Rather be single, and women say this all the time, you'd rather be single than be with the wrong person. Why do you think that would not apply to men? Why do you think men wouldn't have the very same outlook? I'd rather be by myself if it means I have to be with someone that's going to actually ruin the quality of my life. Men are making that calculation, say the math doesn't math. Why should I struggle to be something, to create something for my life? Or even if I coast through life, it's still my absolute right to enjoy the life upon the terms that I've believed. And if that means it's not up to snuff to a woman's liking, then that's fine. As long as we all go into these things understanding this is the life that we've chose to live. You'd rather do it by yourself than have someone come in there and make that miserable. And of course, that's genderless. Women are very fond of saying this. So when men borrow it, when they look at it, they say, why can't you understand it? To the creator's point, a lot of men do not have access to women in their lives in that sort of capacity, in girlfriends and wives capacity. That doesn't mean they don't live full lives. That doesn't mean that they don't have hobbies, they don't have interests, they don't have things that make them smile in life. A woman's not the end all be all to a man, and this is part of the conversation that gets skewed. We have to raise up your level of importance to a lot of men because outside of sex, a lot of men don't really see a need for you. And thankfully, some of those men are very much single. Some of those men have trouble actually, getting to the attention of quality women. When we live in this transactional sort of society, when you bare bones, when you boil people down simply to basic things, you boil a man down to his wallet, to the leather in his wallet. You say, if you do not have money in there, I don't see your value. In turn, men boil you down to your sexual organs and say, if I do not like, if I do not feel, if I do not have access, then you are useless to me. This is where we find a lot of these conversations end up dying out. But I can't see your value. I can't see your use. I can't see how you being in my life make things better. And I really have any need to do that. It doesn't mean you can still have a myopic view of the opposite sex and still have a happy life. That's the rub. You could still say, hey, men ain't shit, and go and live a full life. You can swear off men, go have a full life. You can swear off women, go have a full life. We're better together, but some of us shouldn't be together. It's better together when it works. When it doesn't, it's also miserable. That's the takeaway. It's also miserable if we don't do it right together. And right now, it seems like we get things wrong a lot more than we get it right. Some of us luck up early and say, this is the person for me. I found them, and their other person is sitting across them saying the very same thing. And they do this very curious thing. They don't post. They don't post about it. So you don't get to see the positive values, the positive aspects of it. But you get to see when people are miserable. And some men are miserable and they say, don't ever do this. Don't find yourself in my position where you are with someone and you're miserable. You don't have to be alone to be miserable. Misery loves company, and sometimes it's you, sometimes it's the couple. But to put a finer point in it, you see a lot of this being said by women because they have to trust up their sort of value and importance in a man's life. If you don't have anything to offer that man, you offer him vagaries. You offer him this idea that your life will be better if I'm in it. But when you look at the content, when you look at what they actually say you're good for, you're telling men your life would be improved if you came into it and spent on me and improved my life. By proxy, somehow your life gets better because now you take care of me. And I just have to be here and looking good. That is the end all be all. Men understand better. If you disagree, let me know down in the comments below. If you see other videos on your screen, check those out. Let me know your thoughts about those in those videos. And of course, if you're listening to sound my voice now, you have not subscribed, I think you should. We're just trying to build something dope. I'll see you in the next one.